Though gravely wounded, the Witcher lifted the curse and gained fame. The world changed with the coming of the Great War, the time of the sword and axe, the time of disdain.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم واخباركم؟ عساكم طيبين. معكم سام درمكي او فينوم السام. رجعت لكم مع ويتشر. في الحلقة الماضية وقفنا هنا عند الهيرميت او الهيرميت، ما بغيت اقول الهيلر. وقرأت الكتب هنا خلف الكواليس. بقرأ لكم كتب المهمة والخص الكتاب اللي ما مهم. فيريتيز اند سورسريز، هذا قصة ويتشر. في فيري كان يقول له روح على نهاية العالم بتحصل مبتغاك، بس الويتشر ما سمع كلامه وشل سيوفه معه لانه الفيري كان شرير. بالتس قصيدة طبعا. هذا بقرأ قصة برنسس آدا وفولتست وجيرالد. هايمز اوف مادنس اند ديسبير. هذيلا يسوي اهل حل بيستريلي وما في شيء مهم. sorceresses and sorcerers، هذا يتكلم عن Lodge of Sorcerers، عن تريس ماريجولد، عن لما افترقوا كل السورسرز بعد حادثة معينة. خلينا لو اتذكر اسمها. وين الحادثة؟ وين كان اسمها؟ after the revolt on Tended Iceland. هذا الايفنت اللي صار هنا، صار في مجزرة من يعني جروبين من السورسرز كانوا يتضاربوا وصارت مشاكل، يعني منهم اللوج اوف سورسرز طلعوا وكل افترقوا، يعني ما انهم افترقوا فصلوا، يعني اللوج موجود بس كلهم مفترقين. لما يصير أزمة يتجمعوا فيها. هذا اللي فهمته من الكتاب. هذا البال ايوه distinguishing Astriga. افكر اني اقرا على السريع. distinguishing Astriga anonymous. The Witcher then said to King Foltest, "Pay me, sir, and I will find your daughter in the dark tomb. I will restore her human form if I can, and if I cannot, then I will not hesitate to kill the princess." Okay. The king understood this was his only chance, and so placed his daughter's fate in the Witcher's hands. Okay. The conjurer struggled with the Striga for hours. He wounded her off with which he warded her off with silver and magic arts. He grappled with the beast and did not let her wound him, but avoided causing serious harm to her as well. Okay. Finally, he locked himself in the crypt, sealed the entrance with the magic, and waited until dawn. Okay. Witchers possess great knowledge about monsters and know that the root's morning call is enough to enhance a cursed creature. اوكي. ولما خلصت طلع لي معلومات عن ابديت عن معلومات عن فولتست وآدا وجيرالد. اوكي نقدر ندخل هنا. لوكت. خلينا بنكلمه هذا بعد شوية. لوكت. وش هذا؟ I must use the admin route to derive the rifes. Okay. Hermit's hut. Okay. اوكي خلينا نقرأ نتكلم مع الهرمت
How can
شوية.
I help?
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Who lies beneath the kurgans I saw before your hermitage?
Knights who died serving the lady over the ages. Gavender defended her honour against the Black Skull Knight. Elavera perished at the foot of her altar fighting a water beast. Boar's tomb is symbolic, for the knight was lost on a holy mission. The last is for Renard, an ordinary innkeeper who stopped customers from pissing in the lake.
Do you take care of the kurgans? Who lies beneath the fifth mound?
Who lies beneath the fifth mound?
The last stands empty, awaiting a new champion.
Who lies beneath the kurgs I saw before the hermitage?
Who lies beneath the kurgans I saw?
Knights who...
Okay.
Do you take care of the kurgans?
Indeed. That is how I serve the lady. Her power is strong near the Kurgans. At night, sometimes you can speak with the lady's champions. From them I draw wisdom and knowledge of past times.
Okay, who is the lady of the lake?
Who is the lady of the lake?
I know her to be a goddess. At times I see her dressed in white, traversing the fields through morning fog, her bare feet stepping lightly over the dewy grass.
Do you like her?
I love her. I believe the lady is not of this world. Mysteriously, she affects the entire area, safeguarding its people and granting them abundance. Yet her influence is subtle, and she never imposes her power.
Intriguing.
How can I help?
Okay.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
I heard you are an expert in the legend of the Holy Grail.
I heard you're an expert on the legend of the Holy Grail.
You seek the Holy Grail?
I might. Let's talk first.
Know that the legend of the Holy Grail has been studied for centuries. It's been interpreted in myriad ways.
You must know an abridged version. Say, 3 theories?
There are hundreds. But all right, 3. The classic theory, of which I myself am a proponent. The conspiracy theory. And finally, one of the most mysterious. The philosophical or mystical. Which one first?
Tell me the classic theory.
Tell me the classic theory.
Good choice. The Grail is a cup, a powerful magical object, whose meaning cannot be fathomed by even the most powerful sorcerers. This chalice possesses the power to heal all diseases, poisonings, and wounds, and pain will turn into power. One theory also states that in the hands of a rightful ruler, it can heal entire lands and protect their inhabitants from danger, creatures of the dark, natural disasters, and so forth.
Sounds like Dandelion's ballads, only without a love story.
All who drink from this miraculous cup are healed, fortified, and enlightened to understand the truth.
Okay.
Let's move on to the conspiracy theory. That one sounds interesting.
This was popularized by Bronze Dan and begins with a convoluted theory about the derivation of the word Grail. A few tortuous pages in, we learn the Holy Grail is actually Sangreal, which in the Elder tongue denotes royal hallowed blood. Bronze Dan concludes that the Grail is actually the descendants of the prophet Lebioda.
سانريال نعرف انه من ويتشر 3 اخر DLC بلاد اند واين، انه واحد من خمور او الواينز اللي يسووا في وش كان المنطقة؟ ايوه توسا. بيكون موجود هناك وفاكت يعني اللي في توسا يعبد بإله وش اسمه لبيودا. المهم خلينا نشوف آخر conspiracy.
Enough of this conspiracy talk. Tell me the classic theory.
Good choice. The Grail, this chalice possesses the power to...
Sounds like...
all...
Okay.
Go on.
Knights have been seeking the Grail for ages, yet none succeeded. Both the noble Lancel and the bold Boars failed. I heard even the Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose has shown interest.
Any specific instructions associated with this theory?
Unfortunately, I know only what I garnered from my books.
Okay.
The conspiracy theory sounds interesting.
This was popularized Bronze Dan.
Okay.
Go on.
These descendants, talented in the ways of magic, were protected by a secret organization before they ultimately mixed their own blood with that of End Said, the knowledgeable one. The theory goes on to present the tempestuous and twisted fate of Sangreal, but the author gets lost in his arguments, often contradicts himself. Generally, it turns into an unholy mess.
Enough genealogy and genetics. I sense that's a false trail.
Which theory should I present next?
The philosophical, mystical one.
The most esoteric. The Grail is a concept, a general understanding of good. The search for the Grail is nothing beyond an ordinary quest for perfection.
Interesting.
The Grail has no specific form or shape. It differs for each individual. It can be an object, an idea, a discovery. It can also be a search for the truth about oneself. This theory claims the quest for the Grail to be the goal in itself. The result is of secondary importance.
What are you suggesting?
I serve the lady and am more insightful than you think. I know you return to the world of the living from death, presumably in search of something, but that is none of my concern. Just remember one thing.
What?
At the end of your journey, the Grail may prove to be entirely different from what you initially expected it to be.
اوكي. واجد معلومات ما قادر استوعبها في
Thank you.
عقلي.
Farewell.
شكلي لما اسوي اديتنج بيحاول اسمع وش يسوي وش يقول.
How can I help?
خلينا نشوف
Can I ask you something?
نكمل نشوف ايش
What
عنده.
is it?
What do you know about the wild hunt?
What do you know about the wild hunt?
'Tis a group of crazed spectres who traverse the heavens searching for souls like themselves. They are susceptible to magic, especially of the ritual kind.
Okay.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
What can the wraith of immortals do?
What can the wreath of immortals do?
You might
Motels.
find it useful.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Why does the Lady of the Lake seem skeptical about the search for the Holy Grail?
Many fine knights set out seeking the Grail, abandoning their roles as guardians of peace and justice under the guidance of the Fisher King and the Lady of the Lake. Now the Fisher King is mute and the knight's gone. I think the lady must be very lonely.
But she's a goddess.
You know not how lonely a goddess. Do you think goddesses cannot be lonely? The gods ultimately created us in their own image.
انا ما بتكلم عن هذا، بس هذه معتقداتهم هم. ما لي دخل فيها، بس قاعد العب اللعبة. لو سمحتوا ما حد يجي يضاربني في الكومنت. ذكرنا وش كنت باغي ان
Remind me
نسوي.
what to do.
Slay 9 phantoms within the Druid's ring. They only appear at night. The King of the Hunt is the fiercest of them.
How do I handle him?
Find mandrake root by the kurgans near my hut. The magic herb will keep the King of the Hunt at bay. Merely light the candle that stands within the ring and sprinkle mandrake upon the flame.
Yeah, that sounds helpful.
اوكي بنسوي الكويست مالك بس ما الحين. Alvin, I told Alvin he should become a knight rather than a witcher. Okay. I must use mandrake root to drive the wraith and the knight of the hunt away from the druid's circle. Okay. Ripples, I should talk to Julian to the Voinoid priest. I must stand to the drowners on the river bank. Small problems. I should see the healer and ask her how to get rid of the drags. اوكي خلينا نروح هناك. ونشوف ايش في طريقنا بنحصل من بلاوي. نون ريث ما نحتاجها. اوكي ليش الشجرة هنا في النص موجودة؟ اوه سالندين. في سالندين ثاني؟ يب. اوكي ما في سالندين ثالث. بيكون زين لو في سالندين او سالندين تحت. شليت. يب خلينا نروح عند الهيلر الحين. نون ريث ما فيني برض. ونون ريث في كل مكان. وين الخط يا اخي؟ لو كان في فاست ترافلز كان بيكون زين. اتوقع ان ما نوصل عندها ونسألها وكل شيء. بنوقف هناك واذا فيه وقت بنروح نشوف هذا الشيء الاحمر اللي هنا ونشوف ايش فيه. يعني نروح في الليل. احس هناك بنحصل الدراونرز. او جوليان عنا اعطانا كويست على ما اعتقد. نقدر نسلمه الكويست ونفس الوقت نبيع له الكتب اللي اشتريناها من الهرمت. لا تقولي دخل الان. لا تدخل الان. انتظرني يا جيك.
I'm glad to see you.
What happened?
Alina went for a walk in the fields and hasn't returned. I'm losing my mind. Get out, please help me.
Fine, I'll look for her.
I'll go look for her.
Thank you.
تعال.
Geralt?
okay. Right click to read. Okay. Dagon Sop. خلاص قرأنا. يب بيعه. هذا already read. You have already read. You have already read. اوكي كلها قرأناهم تقريبا. يب. Elder Brad هذا قرأته على ما اعتقد. ايوه قرأته. It is impossible to accurately trace the gene of Laladoran. The fate of the entire generation are lost to time. Their picture further distorted by unclear in lineage bastard children. ايوه قرأته وفسرته بعدني قبل بس شكله ما سيف هذا الشيء. اوكي تقريبا رجعنا حل 4000 شيء زين. اوكي كل الكتب قرأناهم. هذا ما قرأنا دايري اوف دايس كولكتر قرأته. هذا قصة الدايس. You have already read. اوكي هذا قرأته حتى. اوكي كل شيء قرأناه. بنشوف الخواتم اللي عندنا هناك ونحاول نبيعهم بعد. وهنا الهيلر موجودة. اوه ابيجيل. اوكي خلينا نشيل هذا. باسكتس. اوكي ما نريد كاندي.
Greetings again, Geralt.
Greetings, Abigail. You found a new home.
I was welcomed with open arms. Their own healer died last winter. If you like, I'll betray to you their greatest secret.
You haven't changed a bit.
I've developed a special ointment, drawing on the old healer's recipe. It makes their cow's coat shine. In truth, I have changed. What brings you here? For I cannot believe you missed me.
Here to the mansion sent me. Harn to the mansion sent me. Did you pass? خلينا نشوف وش هنا. وش عندها؟ وش هذا؟ quality blade. اوكي ما نحتاج هذا بيعه، ولا نحتاج هذا بيعه. نريد نفضل شنطة أكبر قدر. بشوف أبيع هذيلا ورا الكواليس لأنهم بياخذوا وقت.
Harn the mason sent me.
That good for nothing. He sealed my chimney, and ever since it's either cold as winter or foggy as fall in here. I wager work on the bridge isn't progressing.
Exactly.
Why would he need a witcher and witch?
At night, Griggs destroy the bridge Harn must then repair in daytime.
Unruly Griggs indeed. Doubtless he tried to avenge himself, and they've taken offense.
Any way to help them reconcile?
Recover their treasure.
Treasure.
Another tribe of Griggs inhabits the crypt in the fields. Evil sort. This tribe stole the greatest treasure of our Griggs, a cat harness.
Cat harness?
Indeed. Like humans ride horses, Griggs ride cats. Go to that crypt and recover the harness, then return to me.
Where is the harness?
In their chapel, which resembles a miniature sculpture of a saint, like the ones they place at crossroads.
How do you know this?
I could say I read it in some chicken entrails, but the truth is more trite. A certain Grig has fallen in love with me. He informs me of happenings in the area.
Are you kidding? No matter. Thanks.
اوكي بنكمل الكوست زيادة.
What do you want?
Did you post this notice?
About the Devourer's teeth? I need 10 for a love potion.
Then I'm off to hunt devourers.
I await your catch.
اوكي للأسف معنا devourers ما عرفوا
What do you
نحصلهم. Why didn't you leave in the village? Why don't you live in the
Why don't
village?
you live in the village?
Witches live outside villages, as they always have. You must accept that.
Abigail, remember the cave?
The past is past, nothing more.
اوكي
Take care.
زي المكان نوقف فيه. في الحلقة الجاية لما نرجع نسوي تاكل حل شيء ثاني. افكر انه نسوي الكويست مال جريجز، بس ما اعرف صراحة لين الحين. بروح بدخل هنا وبحط اشياء في الشنطة، ولما نرجع ان شاء الله بخطط وش نسوي. كان زي متابعتكم، اشوفكم في الحلقة الجاية. مع السلامة.